I think so. I think a lot of times you just, that first game, sometimes you have new players playing and they make mistakes and then you get those corrected and you move on. But I think we've done a good job in fall camp and I think we're ready. Then you see teams that go out and just light it up in their opening game. You see people that did that, throughout the country this last weekend. But I think we had a good fall camp and we're ready to go out and execute. It is an opponent that does a lot of different things, both offensively and defensively. So, we just got to make sure we know our assignments, know what we're doing. I'm really glad that we did work on them in fall camp and really game plan them both in the winter and in the summer. And so we just got to go out there and know our assignments and play hard and play with great energy and great toughness and execute.
Is that something you do normally? Is pick particular opponents sometimes during fall camp and work on special things for them?
Yeah.
In advance of the game?
You do. A lot of times it's mainly just your opening game, but sometimes it's your conference opener or just a team that you feel maybe doesn't, like say if you were going to play Army or Navy later in the year, you would work on the option during fall camp because it's just something different. And offensively, Monroe is something different, definitely on defense. So we worked on them. Definitely anytime we had a two-a-day practice, the afternoon practice was Monroe. And then there was a couple other times we picked out, let's pick up today's against Monroe, crossover today's against Monroe. So, all in all, there was probably four and a half days that we worked some stuff on Monroe. And so I think hopefully that'll pay off.
What's so unusual about them that you felt you had to do that?
Well, defensively, they just, they're a 3-3 that's kind of, they line up different. They bring guys from different places, and they're not your basic 4-down or 3-down team. They're just, it's a little, there's really no one else that does some of the stuff they do defensively, so it's just a little bit special in your rules, both in the running game and in the protections.
Thank you.
Anything else on the phones?
Coach, thinking to be a conference game too, how you mentioned the team obviously had a little bit of a spark to it. How great is this for you guys to be able to get a conference game off the bat and kind of start getting into the conference play and working kind of towards the most goals you guys have?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think that's and they're one of the best teams in the conference, so we go find out right away where we're at, and so it's very exciting for the players, exciting for our staff, and should be exciting for everybody in the whole program. So we look forward to it.
Okay, Theo?
When you talk about the different schemes that they're running, you say a lot of the teams in the Sun Belt run that. Does that make it so much easier for you guys that you're not having to prepare for a completely different opponent every week, I guess?
Well, on offense, what they do is similar to a lot of what other teams do in the league. Yeah, defensively they're a lot different than the other people, but offensively, there is things that they'll do that we'll see week in and week out, so that helps.
And then with your quarterbacks, if one of them is just playing much better than the other, do you plan on riding the hot hand and letting that guy kind of take over? If that
that definitely could happen. That definitely could happen.